Some days I wake and tire of being a poet. Us poets, we feel so heavily, our hearts are an extra anchor weighing each ship to their bed. Us poets, we take our pain, our suffering, our joys, and our triumphs, we grip them tightly with white knuckles and rename them inspiration. Elderly man dressed in suit and tie alone on the bus, he too is inspiration. Mother and daughter hand in hand, reminiscent of our own relationships or lack of them. They too are inspiration. Peers whose personalities run loudly over ours, they too are inspiration. Us poets, for us, the world is almost overstimulating, and we prefer it that way. The craving for another piece, for another skip in our heartbeats as we catch a new idea for more goosebumps on our skin, tiny mountains raised by the brilliance of the fellow artist. These cravings are what make us feel lighter on those mornings where our hearts are too full. They are what lift our feet out of bed. They are what lift our pens onto paper. Us poets, we have learned the skill of expression for survival, carrying first aid kits of pen and paper, dependent on catharsis through creation. I thank God every day for the way my tongue is now married to language, the way they took their vows and fell in a deep, deep love, all for me to be able to articulate the most formidable of syllables. I thank God every day for us poets, the others fluent in this native tongue, sympathetic to my soliloquy. Us poets who spend time and troubles chasing the perfect word, trying to grasp the ideas that travel on our trains of thought just long enough to write them down. God knows we spent enough time on these tracks waiting for them to arrive. And some days it feels like the train station has been empty for years, abandoned, blocked by the plight of the penman and the perpetual attempt to perfect what can never be perfected. Poetry is elusive. Like a gas, it slips quietly through my fingers. Like a liquid, it transforms into any format it desires, leaving us without a solid idea of how to get it right. But poetry forgives the writer with an unfamiliar step. Inevitably, poetry took our hands and taught us that we're worth listening to. Poetry embraced us when our knees were bloody from falling over the weight of our own words at one point or another. Poetry met us at a crossroads and encouraged us to make it to the other side. And since then, we have begun this journey that has forever changed the way we choose which paths we take, which turns we make. The journey that has brought us all here, us, poets. Every poem I write is tribute to you. Thank you.